I'm at the weir here in Campsie, Omagh. It is Thursday the 6th of March 2014 and the Archimedes screw is not in operation at present, probably due to the fact that the water levels have dropped. Now there is enough water there to move even spring salmon that should be moving at the present time, and in a few months time we will have the grouse run here, and they come in the thousands into this River Camone in Omagh, County Tyrone, Ireland. And that screw, you can see there at the bottom where the cage has been breached, and when that screw is about a 4-foot diameter, when it's turning it's pushing the water out, but the salmon with their skill of speed and power have no bother entering that, because as we all know they can jump large waterfalls with ease, and if a salmon touches that metal sharp edge it will have its skin or body slashed, and because of the contamination in the water, that salmon is open to infection, which will inevitably lead to its death due to infection setting in. Because don't forget, salmon do not eat when they enter the river. Their instinct is to basically follow the path of where they were born, way upstream to spawn in the winter time again, and no barrier is in their way, should it be man-made or natural. Like we have this man-made barrier here, the Archimedes screw in Omagh, and there's a weir over there, Campsie Weir, and there are several other weirs right down this system. There's one in Omagh Town Centre at the Student Arts Centre down about half a mile here, and they have other weirs at Sion Mills. So this is a total disgrace to have that contraption tied together with bull wire, breached for salmon and wild resident brown trout to enter and get slaughtered. There is an alternative to this, by the way, which is solar energy, and it is widely available, because I had a phone call earlier this week just from a sales rep, and he was trying to get me to install solar energy in my home, and I asked him the question, is solar energy available for commercial use? And he point blank replied, yes. So there is no excuse for this disaster of a contraption to be stuck in the middle of Omagh. There are plans for more of these on the River Camone, and this is one of the most prolific salmon rivers, the River Camone, in Europe, and the salmon are at an all-time low because of several factors. One being netting by poachers, and another larger one which has come to my attention this past year would be salmon farms, net caged salmon farms in the coasts of Ireland, Scotland and other countries. I am a member of a conservation organisation based in Ireland. There are several organisations. The name of ours is No Salmon Farms at Sea, NSFAS. We have our own page on Facebook, so go there and give us a like. And we have our own website, nosalmonfarmsatsea.com. We are a voluntary organisation, and we require funds to pursue the opposition of salmon farms at sea in Ireland. So if you want to go to nosalmonfarmsatsea.com, make a donation. Every little helps. Should it be £1, €1, $1? Because remember, 100 people giving £1 is a hell of a lot better than one person having to fork out £100. I'll just show you this. This is my No Salmon Farmers at Sea jacket, which I wear proudly. Now back to the issue of the salmon farms at sea. They are having a detrimental impact on wild salmon and sea trout stocks, and have been for over 30 years. And with the sea lice that comes from those salmon farms, they attach to young salmon smolt heading out to the rich feeding grounds and the estuaries and the bays, and one or two sea lice has the capability of killing off that smolt. This is all documented, by the way, as there was a survey done recently, and as high as 39% of salmon smolts are dying in this way, which is a mortal sin. There are alternatives to salmon farms at sea, and they are on land closed containment systems, which, just like solar energy, have no carbon footprint, and they are currently in operation in other countries around the world. For example, Saudi Arabia recently sent out its product to the global market, Atlantic salmon. Ireland have a golden opportunity here, the Irish government, to grasp modern technology instead of grasping the old technology of the past that has failed for years and years and is still failing. We are having a demonstration on the 2nd of April 2014, which is like 3 weeks' time. It's at the Aviva Stadium in Dublin, and the Irish Department for Seafood, Board Inishmara, or BIM for short, are holding their annual seafood conference there that day. And we have plans to have representatives of conservation groups, tourism, politicians, members of the public who are opposed to plans to put in place a massive mega salmon farm off Galway Bay, off Inishowen Island. There are plans for up to 10 more along Ireland's west coast, one in Kerry, one in Donegal, and the rest all scattered down the west coast of Ireland. Now this will have a massive negative impact on the salmon stocks and sea trout stocks on our west coast. Connemara, on the west coast of Ireland, was a thriving tourist area for sea trout, and it has been decimated and almost totally wiped out because of salmon farms over the years. People, this is all about votes for politicians. We have politicians from parties all over Ireland who are on our side, a side that is right, and these politicians will be gaining votes from the public who are opposed to the salmon farms at sea coming to Ireland from multinational corporations in Norway. As I said, Ireland's economy is very bleak at the present time, like every other country in the world, and this is not a way to pick that up. This is just another way to make things worse for the environment. So put in your diary the 2nd of April 2014, Aviva Stadium, Dublin, 7:30 AM for the BIM, Board Inishmara delegation to enter the Aviva Stadium at 9 o'clock. and there we will show that we are opposed to their madness. It's like this. It's like the Irish government are trying to push on its population the old analogue television service that is now outdated, and then instead of pushing on its population the new, up-to-date, modern digital service. Think about it. They need to keep up with speed. They need to keep up with the times. They can't dwell in the past. That has failed. This mechanism, the Archimedes screw in Omagh, is wrong. Salmon farms at sea and net pens are wrong. Two wrongs do not make a right. We are right. They are wrong. Period. Starting to rain here at the present. I'm out just giving the dog a quick walk here, Mia. So with that, I'm going to stop here now. Goramila Miagat. Thank you very much.